Hi. Does Abigail know how to film anymore? I don't know. My chair is stuck. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm great. It hasn't been a year and a half. It totally hasn't been a year and a half since I've sat down and done this. No, absolutely not. I remember how to do this. Yeah, totally. I totally remember how to do this. Hi. I know. It's been, since January of 2024. So, it's going on about a year and a half. First of all, I apologize for dropping off the face of the earth. At least on YouTube. I'm still elsewhere. I don't really know why it took me this long to well, I know why specifically right now it did, but why I just haven't wanted to film, haven't wanted to do this for a good year and a half. I've wanted to get back into making videos for a couple of months now. Things just kept falling through the cracks. Ideas that I had got old. Josh and I had an incident with our mattress. As they say in Breaking Bad, I think I am the one who knocks, right? Yeah. That was taking over our life for a little while. A couple of weeks ago, I got an email from YouTube basically saying that if I don't post anything within the next 30 days, I would lose my monetization because I finally got at the point where there wasn't enough backlog of videos that were getting a certain number of watch minutes or whatever. And I was like, I needed kind of a kick in the pants. So this was the kick in the pants because I may not be posting regularly. I may not do that regularly, but I'll be damned if I lose my fucking monetization. I've been on this website I've been on this account since 2012. I had a different account before that. I'm gonna do a little nostalgic look back on some of those old videos because I gotta tell you, some of those old ones are a little bit cringe, but to be honest, a lot of those old videos would now be videos that people would be posting on TikTok, like outfits of the day, and I've had ideas for outfits of the day too, but then I just don't want to do it. I've been my own worst enemy. I've been my own biggest op. I've been going through it. Okay, been going through it a little bit, finding other hobbies. I kind of briefly talked about that, at least before my unexpected hiatus, that I was like, oh, I've been getting into other things and not makeup. And here I have a bag of makeup that I'm going to be doing my makeup today because I actually bought stuff recently because I haven't bought anything in a really, really long time. But I've been seeing all these damn videos about girl cult on TikTok and I was like, well, I'm gonna buy a little quad because I got rid of a lot of my makeup last summer. I haven't bought anything makeup-wise in a while. I kind of switched my fixation from makeup to, this. As you can see, kind of. I did a full video about my manga shelf. I probably should do an updated one. That would probably make more sense on TikTok. But, I've just been... I don't want to say living the dream because that's always a lie. That's just what millennials say. We're like, oh, how you doing? Living the dream. And then that's just code for I hate my life. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been up to and talk about the stuff that Josh and I have gone to do the last year whilst putting on some makeup and talking about, I don't know, what you guys want to see. I might do a Q&A. If people have any questions, I might do a follow-up video of being if you guys have any specific questions about what have I been doing? But I'm going to include clips of things because while I haven't been posting videos, I've been taking videos of things. Josh and I have gone to a ton of cons. We went to Emerald City Comic Con. We've been to a couple other anime cons. We met the Baldur's Gate voice actors. So we've done stuff. We've been to things, and I don't know. We've just been doing other stuff. I need to get an actual makeup bag because this is not cutting it. But honestly, the only reason I have clean brushes right now is because a couple weeks ago, Josh and I went to go see Spiritbox play live, which was so amazing. which was the first concert I'd been to in a hot minute. Because that's something that I also really haven't done much of, unfortunately, because of A, just feeling overwhelmed. The fact of the matter is, COVID has still had such a huge effect on my life, both just like how I spend my time and also just like my general feelings about the world and society. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit. I'm not putting powder on because it's 10 o'clock and I'm not going anywhere tonight. So I literally just got dressed and put makeup on and like put jewelry on specifically to film a video. It's been a weird year. The world kind of sucks. It doesn't kind of suck. It really sucks. We're literally just getting by. I don't know about you, but I as a millennial, I'm very tired of living through unprecedented times. Unprecedented times? I'd be fine with that. But unprecedented? I just want some precedent in my life. I just want some, oh, I know what's gonna happen here and it's not gonna be terrible. We went from, like, in our adult lives as millennials, we went from the recession in 2008, I graduated high school in 2007, went from the recession in 2008 to, there was like a period of time, like there was the smallest period of time where things felt normal. Literally, from 2013 to 2016, things felt normal. And then 2016 hit and then all hell broke loose. And then 2020 happened and it got worse again, but for different reasons. And now it's 2025 and things are worse than the way they were in 2016. That could be another reason why I haven't really felt that motivated to film, because like, as someone who is absolutely horrified with everything that's going on in the world and in our country, making lighthearted content felt, and I know again this is my own internal shit happening, my own imposter syndrome. I had a really hard time getting on camera and pretending like things were fine. That's what it is. I had a really fucking hard time getting on camera and pretending like things were normal and okay and not just weighing down on me every minute of every day, until I would hop onto Twitch. You know, I've been streaming on Twitch 2 to 3 times a week the entire time I've been gone off of YouTube. So if you're ever wondering where I'm at, Twitch, I've been streaming The Sims. I actually just finished this really long Let's Play of this Legacy Challenge. I finished 10 generations of Sims. It was pure chaos. What is happening? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Pissed off the neighbor enough that he died of anger. Oh my god. What is happening? What is happening? That was funny. There's so much room for Jesus. Bro is literally sitting on the side of the street to do his homework. Percy, I feel like that there was a slightly better place for you to do this. Oh, run away. Okay. You don't like being called out on your bullshit? Fine. Smash a pumpkin. The world is a vampire. Ma'am, I hired you for a funeral. Something about getting on live and just unplugging from stuff for a while and plugging into this world of The Sims and kind of disconnecting from everything else for a while has been such a lovely reprieve. The little community of people that I've got that come hang out every time have been so helpful and so fun to hang out with and just chill, and it makes streaming to not that many people like totally worth it, because I don't have a very large audience over there. I don't get a lot of people coming to watch my streams, but the people who I do get coming to watch my streams are there, they're invested, they help me come up with ideas, they build shit that I end up decorating, and it's always a little bit insane. Like, it's always a little bit crazy. It's like, oh, what did we build today? A spaceship? Okay. Like, streaming on Twitch has been such a nice escape, like, specifically. Also, this is what I bought, by the way. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Grace Helbig did that in a TikTok recently, and I was like, oh my god, what year is it? Like, Grace is making old school videos again. I love that. I have no idea how old this eyeshadow primer is. Probably quite old. Yeah, I wore this eyeshadow for the first time going to the Spiritbox show, and it was so cool. I saw them at like Art Deco Theater that was near Stadium High School, where they filmed 10 Things I Hate About You, which is one of my favorite movies. Love that. Been getting a lot more into metal. A lot more into metal. Most of what I listen to is like either super, super loud, lots of Spiritbox, lots of Sleep Token, Make Them Suffer, Loathe, Poppy, Knocked Loose. I'm trying to think who else. And then just like a bunch of anime music. That's most of what I listen to. And I talked about this before, kind of like when things started happening back up after lockdown. I replaced the kind of rage, the de-raging that I would get normally just from like going to a regular live show. Now I get that through listening to the loudest music I possibly can in my car, because I have a long commute. I have a very long commute in the morning and the afternoon. And, you know, sometimes you just want to listen to the loudest music possible. Look at a Cybertruck driving by and just go, I literally do that every time. I hate seeing Cybertrucks. I hate seeing Cybertrucks. They're so ugly. They're so disgusting. Every time I see one drive by, I'm like, I hope your car dies tomorrow. Like, every time. They're the ugliest things. They're the stupidest vehicles, but they're so dumb and they're so unsafe that I can't even be like, oh, I wish you crash, because then you would have like a battery fire that would be burning for hours and hours and hours, which is like not good for the environment and then also a pain in the ass. So I'm like, I don't wish for you to crash. I just wish for your car to stop working. Just not be able to start up one day. It's the dumbest car. Literally every time I drive by one, I go like this. A guy actually saw me the other day when he was driving by, and I did it, and then when he drove by again, he like looked at me and like waved, and then I just flipped him the bird. I was like, I don't get to be like that at work. I don't get to be a bitch. But sometimes I just really want to be a bitch, and they deserve it, okay? You should do that. If you're like, I hate everything, and if you see a Cybertruck, I don't do this to every Tesla because I would be doing it constantly because there's too many goddamn Teslas in the Seattle area. But Cybertrucks, it makes me feel better. And my desk is so like, I have my Aizawa goggles that I wore to cosplay in. I met the voice actor for Aizawa, actually. I'm going to talk about the cons and stuff that Josh and I have gone to, because we've gone to a ton. We are big fucking anime nerds. God, and I have a stack of manga on my desk. What's even on here? Oh, it's yeah. I was like, what do I have on here? Oh, right. This video is going to be all over the place, but I already kind of came to terms with that when I sat down to film. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, and we're just gonna go with it. Since I kind of segued into anime, I'll talk about some cons. Yeah, Josh and I have been to Emerald City Comic-Con. We literally drove to Spokane last summer to go to Anime Washington, which was like specifically just an anime con, not like a regular pop culture one. Summer Con we went to, which is at the Puyallup Fairgrounds. Another Anime Washington in the winter time. But the most recent one we went to was Emerald City Comic Con. I had to think. I was like, we didn't go to SakuraCon because we were being financially responsible. Even though we buy posters and art and signatures and get pictures with people. We have so many pictures with people. I've met so many people. I met most, if not all of them, most of the folks from JJK, from Jujutsu Kaisen. We met Adam MacArthur, who plays Yuji. We've met Keiji Tang, who plays Gojo. We're gonna meet Ray Chase this summer. He's coming to SummerCon. But probably my favorite person that we've met from JJK, and one of my favorite people that I've met in general, Robbie Damon, who plays Megami. What a gem. What a peach. He's such a nice man. So we met him last year at a con, at the same one that we actually met Damien Haas, but then there was a con a few months ago that had like the entire JJK cast, and we ran into Robbie like at a table that sold like D&D stuff, like dice and wooden dice storage and stuff. And he was like, we've met before, right? And I was just like, oh my God, what? We were sad because we didn't get in line in time at his like actual signing table. But then when we were just walking around and I was like, okay, I'm not mad that we missed the signing table, because we just went and talked to him the next day. And then he had us roll a 20-sided dice. I think he rolled like a 2. I think he rolled a 2 or a 3, and Josh and I both rolled 19s. So he was like, man, you guys kicked my ass.
And one more.
More. That's perfect.
Super nice guy. Super lovely. He's on a team with Max Middleman, who plays Saitama in One Punch Man, and Ray Chase, who plays Sukuna. They're coming out with an Otome game. They're coming out with an Otome game called Date Everything, where it's like you just get to date all of the anthropomorphized human versions of sentient furniture. Like Damien Hawes is playing a junk drawer named Jerry. Literally. I'm pretty sure Ray is playing a candelabra named Scandelabra. It's fucking awesome. I'm so excited to play that on stream. Oh man. Ever since they started teasing it, and I was like, oh my God, I have never played an Otome game, but this is gonna be it. Like, this is gonna be it. Oh my God. Literally. Date everything. But when they were announcing the game, people were like, don't tell JD Vance, because there was the whole thing about him fucking a couch, and you bet you can date the couch in that game. So that's a thing that I'm gonna be doing on stream. I don't know when. I think it comes out in like June, I think. I don't know. So we met the folks from JJK, but probably the other just like huge bucket list thing that I just about cried. I think I did actually on the way home. We went to like a special signing at this like random ass mall in like Auburn. It was so random. We got to meet Bryce Papenbrook, who plays Inosuke in Demon Slayer, and also like every other damn character. He plays Kirito in SAO. Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan. That's probably what most people were there to talk to him about, Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer. But then there was me, who was there to talk about Rin Okumura. Yeah. Blue Exorcist. My fave. That was probably one of the highlights of the last year, is getting to meet him and getting to talk to him. He signed one of my swords. Well, he signed the scabbard. I think that's what it is. Is it a scabbard? Sheath? Where the sword goes. He signed it. It was really cool. I'll have pictures and shit up on screen as I'm doing this. There's gonna be so much editing for this video. Oh my God. I'm already kind of dreading the editing, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I haven't edited in a really long time, and, you know, gotta get back into it. Because that was one of the things that I liked doing about this. And one of the things that I don't know if I could ever give that position to somebody else. Have somebody else edit for me. I like having too much control. Ooh, this is pretty. Whoa. Yeah. We love a good gothy look. I like these, the little packaging. They look... Although now that I look at it, it is vaguely oyster shaped. And like with the... But, like, you can see it, right? Like, it's giving vag a little bit. Isn't this cup fun? Josh got me a set of 4 for Christmas. Who else have we gotten to meet? Like I said, Aizawa. When we went over to Spokane over the summertime, we met both Justin Briner and Clifford Chapin, who plays Deku and Bakugo in My Hero Academia. They were really cool. We got to meet the the voice cast of Baldur's Gate. Neil Newbin, Jennifer English, and Devorah Wild, who plays Astarion, Shadowheart, and Lae'zel. So they came to Emerald City Comic Con, and it was really cool getting to meet them, even if we had to stand in line for like 5 hours.
How's this one? Yes. We're the trouble. I'm the primary.
We did the Renaissance Fair last year. We're planning on going again. I already have an outfit. I already have clothes picked out for it. It's gonna be great. There was jousting in the rain. It was really cool. It was really cool. I posted a video on TikTok from it. They were playing like rock and roll music, so it was giving very A Knight's Tale, which I was like so into. But literally it started thundering and lightning during the jousting match. I'm like, now's probably a good time for us to get like under some cover. Because thunder and lightning in the joust, that's kind of ominous. Just like slightly ominous. Yeah, we went to Renaissance Fair. We met so many people. Alejandro Saab, Todd Habercorn. Jeez. We met so many people. It's crazy. But it's something that we like really enjoy doing, and I'm glad that we started doing it because as somebody who watches a lot of English dub, getting to meet the voices and like getting to meet the people who are voicing these characters that you're really, really connected with, like, is really cool. Especially like with meeting Bryce Papenbrook to meet, he plays Rin. And then at one of the other cons that we went to, I got to meet Johnny Young Botch, who plays, oh God, again, so many people. He plays Ichigo in Bleach, he plays Gyu in Demon Slayer, and he plays Yukio's back there, in Blue Exorcist. We brought some Nendoroids, and he was like, I didn't know these existed. These are so cool. Because like everybody was bringing Funko Pops for them to sign. I hate Funko Pops. Funko Pops, I liked them at first when they were first like popping off when I worked at Hot Topic like a decade ago, but I hate them now. Like so many cons, you'll have people in the vendor hall just with Funko Pops. And the only thing I can think of is like, you realize that Funko is in Everett, right? Like Funko is like half an hour away. You can drive to Funko. Like there's nothing special or cool about Funko at things around here. It's like, they're local, okay? I hate Funko Pops. They all look the same and they all look stupid. Is that a hot take? Maybe. I don't know. We definitely have a bucket list of people that we want to meet. We want to meet Dallas Reed and Jill Harris from Black Clover. Like I said, Ray Chase, who we're gonna get to meet finally. He was like the only person from the JJK cast that didn't come to that con where like every other JJK character was in it. Like literally Yuta, Kugisaki, fucking Nanami, Gojo. You had all the main characters except they didn't have Geto and they didn't have Toto, but both of them had come to a different con like a year before. So I like this color on me. I always love a good dark red eye. It just looks cool, you know? But yeah, Josh and I have just been like going to things, doing stuff, like getting out of the house when we can. Because we're both very like homebodies. On the weekend, we'll stay in, cook some food, play video games, and watch some anime, and then go to bed. Like, it's not something where we're like going out all the time, but when we do, it's like, okay, we gotta like prepare. That's our outing for the week. Like, I definitely have experienced some level of like social regression since 2020, which has made staying in touch with people not easy and makes me feel like a bad friend. And like this is kind of the most extreme version of that. It's like, oh, I'm like there's people who I like haven't seen in a long time, and like I'll text them and then we'll be like, oh yeah, we gotta hang out, and then just like nothing happens. Disappearing from YouTube for a year and a half is like that on crack, like that times a million. Because there was really no specific reason. Like, I think there was a period where, like, work just got really overwhelming, and then I was just dealing with, like, my own mental health, and then, like, over the summer, it got really, really hot, and I was like, I never wanted to film in the heat, because then I was just, like, gonna overheat, and I didn't want to sit in here and film, and then, hi, Josh. It's just like one thing after another kept me from wanting to film. And then there was the whole mattress incident, which Josh and I could go on and on about because we had an incident with our Casper mattress where we had some fiberglass contamination. Like it literally said on the mattress that we could take off the cover to wash it. So I did that, and then I realized that there were little pieces of fiberglass on things, and then we went back and forth with Casper for like, I don't know, a month or two, and then we finally got a new mattress. So we were sleeping on a really terrible, uncomfortable old mattress for 2 months, and that really took a toll also. That was right around the time where I'm like, oh yeah, I could start making videos again, and then it was like, nope. And then the election too, it was just like all of that combined. I was just like, I don't want to sit in front of a camera and pretend that I'm fine. And I don't want to sit on here and just like complain, you know? On Twitch, it was a little bit easier because it was like a conversation where I was talking to people week in and week out, and it was just like we were just shooting the shit and chatting and whilst playing The Sims and then talking about life. So it was a little bit different because it was this mutual communication, where with YouTube, it's just I'm sitting here and sitting at my desk and talking to my camera, and then I edit it and then I post it for you guys, and then I kind of just see what's up in the comments. And to be honest, the last video that I did post, I was really proud of, and then it got monetization suppressed because I showed a sex toy on screen because it was sponsored by Balesa, and YouTube was just like, no, that looks too phallic. It's like, yeah, no shit, that's what it is. That was kind of the last thing where I was just like, I don't even want to fucking make content right now. I was like, well, okay, fuck me then. Like, what the hell? I was excited, and then YouTube was just like, no, you don't get to be excited about this video because we're gonna restrict it because sex toys. Oh my god, how scandalous. I'm a little bit ashamed of how old this blush is, but like, I finally hit a pan. Oh my god, you guys, I don't know how old this is. I don't even remember. I think it's Blush Baby from MAC. It is so old. Smells fine. Smells totally fine. It is fine. But it is still one of my favorite blush colors. That's what I need. I need a dupe for this blush. It looks so boring, but it's such a good blush color on me. I do plan on posting stuff. I just don't know what I'm gonna post. And at this point, I kind of don't care because, like, I know I'm never gonna get to the point where I was before. And that's fine. Like, that's totally fine. As shitty as life was during lockdown and during, like, that first year of COVID, that's when my YouTube channel has done the best, like, ever. If I look at my analytics from that period to now, oh my god. So it's this weird, like, fucked up nostalgic period where it's like, oh, I don't want to go back, but then also, like, I wish I could go back in terms of my channel. Like, I wish I could kind of have that level of, like, inspiration again. Not necessarily, like, level of success, because, like, some of the things that I made during that period of time, like, I wouldn't want to make now. I would want to be as inspired to make things as often. But also that could have happened because I wasn't going to work that much for a few months, and I wasn't going anywhere outside of work. So all I had was YouTube and Twitch at the time. Now I think I can get back into it, I think. And also there was this period where, like, I really didn't, like, this is so shallow. I really didn't like how my hair looked for a bit, and I just didn't feel good in my body for a bit, where sitting down and filming a video and then editing it, I was like, I don't want to look at myself for hours at a time and just edit myself, because I would be like, just like being so hypercritical of myself that I didn't want to do that. So getting the courage and getting the energy to sit here and to talk for a bit about whatever was hard for a bit. And then it just got so long where I was like, am I gonna come back? I don't know. I thought about randomly streaming one day. I think I probably will too. As someone who has followed creators before and then their content switched up so drastically where I was not interested and I unsubscribed, like, I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't want to be somebody that, like, oh, you subscribed for one thing and then I completely dramatically changed up my content, and then they would feel like, oh, well then we'll just unsubscribe or not interested anymore. But I do think it's a little bit different going from talking about like makeup and stuff and then other things that are like I'm interested in and make me happy and give me serotonin, than for instance somebody going from doing like makeup tutorials and like special effects makeup tutorials to being like a full-blown mommy vlogger, you know. Because those are usually the thing that makes me unsubscribe from YouTube channels, to be honest. I'm like, oh, I don't care anymore. We all know some of those. We all know some of those. So these I got from Romand. I ordered them from YesStyle. There's this creator on TikTok who I follow. I think she goes by Ghoul in Japan. She lives there. I don't remember where she's from, but she does a lot of goth looks, and she does a lot of like gray lipsticks, black lipsticks, and this brand came out with what was supposed to be like a black lipstick collection last year, and then a bunch of people got mad because it was just like pH pink that looked black in the tube, and so they're like, no, we want actual black lipstick, what the hell. And so they were like, okay, so then they came out with the trio. Those are fun. Hey Josh, like my lipstick? Like my makeup? Thanks. Do I want to put on contour? I literally don't care to. Put my glasses back on. But yeah, here's the final look. It's so goth. And also this shirt. Yeah, so I think I'm back. I don't know to what extent, and I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing or how often I'm gonna be doing it, but I don't know. I feel bad that I just like abandoned this when I've been doing it for so long. And like for the longest time it's been such a part of me that also when I disappeared, I wasn't feeling great about the content I was making. So again, it was just like affecting my own mental health because I'm like, oh, this is a thing that like has been a part of me for so long, and why do I not like it right now? Like I'm not having fun right now. And I just got so overwhelmed and so in my own head, and it's been really nice seeing people who I'm friends with who continue to make stuff, just like whatever they want to make. Like my friend Audra, who streams and posts videos here. You should definitely go check out Audra's channel. Audra does like commentary stuff and also games, but like people just doing whatever they want to do, because that's kind of what I liked about YouTube in the first place, was just like getting on camera and just talking about whatever, because that's how it was back in the day. Like back in the day, like old school YouTube, you literally just got on camera and talked about whatever the fuck came to mind and whatever you wanted to talk about. And then it turned into this thing where like you needed to be making the same kind of content all the time, and like you could only be doing one kind of content on a channel. And so that's when you would get people having like a gajillion different channels, and I could never do that. I could never separate myself to be like, okay, this is the channel that I talk about this thing, and this is the channel that I talk about this thing. Like I wasn't passionate enough about makeup to continue an entire channel about makeup, but like my channel wasn't all about makeup when it first started. Like I was talking about music, I was talking about pop culture, I was talking about just like my life, I was talking about Lush, I was talking about all kinds of stuff. And then I got really into makeup, and then I just kept making stuff about makeup. And then the anti-hauls came, and then that's where most of my audience came. And then I got stuck in this, like, I pigeonholed myself, and I got stuck in this rut where I was making the same type of content all the time because A, I knew it would do well. B, there was so much makeup coming out at the time where there was plenty of stuff to talk about. Like, now I'm really not paying attention to new releases. Like, I'm not on Instagram. I logged out of Instagram. I literally logged out of Instagram around the election because I was like, no, fuck Zuckerberg. Don't use Facebook. Like, I only have to use it for work stuff. And I'm still on Twitter, unfortunately, but it's one of those things where it's like, I was here first we were all here first before you, Elon. Like, this isn't fair. Like, this is our place. We were here first. But I do have a Blue Sky now, and I have a TikTok. I just don't post on it very often. But maybe I will post more often. But the thing that I'm probably most active on right now is Twitch, where I post usually Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, sometimes other random days. Streaming has been so nice, and while it's not nearly as like lucrative financially as making YouTube videos was for me, it's relaxing, it's fun, it's chill. For a while it was like the only kind of socializing I was doing outside of living with Josh and talking to my family. Like, it was like, oh, I'm actually like talking to people in real life. Like, oh, we're such homebodies where I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't like been out of the house in a long time besides going to work. I should give you guys a song of the day. Okay, well, I'll pick something from, yeah, Spiritbox. We're gonna do Black Rainbow from Spiritbox. Another thing that I forgot to do for the longest time before my hiatus is that I stopped doing Song of the Day. Who am I? Black Rainbow from Spiritbox. It's off their record Tsunami Sea, and we got to see them play it live, and it was really, really cool. And Courtney's really cool, Courtney LaPlante. I didn't realize that they were from like Vancouver, Canada. I was like, oh my god, they're semi-local. What the hell? I didn't know that. Loving my hair today. I think good hair day. Good hair day, good bangs day. You can't really see all of it because my shirt is so dark, but yeah. I got a haircut a couple of months ago, and it's still slaying. It's so long. You guys see how long my hair is? Let me show you guys some of the things that we got. So here's Yuji and Sukuna. We got Gojo, also shiny. We got Yuri on Ice. Yeah. We got Aizawa. There we go. Hell yeah. Here's one of the Megami arts. There he is. There he is. Chimera Shadow Garden. What the hell is happening in Shibuya? Got these little guys. These little guys. Got them to sign the sides. Hey. But yeah. That's where I've been. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. Slowly getting back into it. And if you have any questions or like ideas of what you'd like to see in the comments, let me know. I won't be going back to just doing anti-hauls, so I'm sorry anybody asking for them. I'll probably talk about TikTok stuff because like we're on TikTok. Josh and I are on TikTok all the time. And there's a lot of topics and things that I'm interested in talking about that are on TikTok. But like just straight up anti-hauls, like I don't want to do it anymore. I will say I'm tired of TikTok Shop. I am very tired of TikTok Shop. But I did a video about that a year and a half ago. So expect me back. In some capacity. I guess I'm back. I think. We good?